So I'm going to test this out right quick on y'all. Yes, God. You were tuned in with Natalie Love. It's Natalie Love. Talk your shit, girl. Welcome back, everybody. It's your girl, Natalie Love. If you're new to the channel, the podcast, the social medias, welcome. It's going to be a lot of shit talking. It's going to be a couple of fucks, bitch, fuck you, this, that, and the third. If you don't like cussing, you should probably leave now. But other than that, we're going to kick it. So, I know I've been MIA. As most of y'all know, I will do that shit. I am not going to apologize for needing a break from social media and all that other shit sometimes. Sometimes it just be too goddamn much going on, and I have to get away from it. So, again, I am back. I'm always around lurking on y'all pages and shit. That's what I do. I'm a lurker. But as far as the podcast goes, I want to keep them coming. As some of y'all may know, I'm not sure if y'all are content creators or not. But for whatever reason, YouTube is yellow flagging everybody's shit. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. So the podcast is not a paid production by YouTube. So sometimes that gets very fucking disheartening. And that's what today's episode podcast is about. Just pretty much a lot of people had a lot of questions. I can barely talk. I'm trying to light up. But a lot of people had questions about making YouTube channels and trying to further a career on social media, things like that. Yes, it is doable. There's no formula for it other than consistency, which is something that I don't have because I came up in the era of privacy. Yes, people, privacy. I don't always want to put all my motherfucking business and all my opinions and thoughts on social media. Why? Because sometimes I don't feel like dealing with the bullshit. I don't feel like dealing with the explanation or the backlash or trying to explain to people why you feel this way just so they can continue to feel the way that they feel. I feel like it's a waste of time. We talking 16 hours back and forth. Instead of me getting a physical person I can put in my goddamn face, we can go back and forth about some shit and go have a drink or something. I'm just not one for the internet arguing and shit. So I have a lot of unpopular opinions about shit and I keep it to my goddamn self. But you know, a lot of people had different questions. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'll go ahead on and do the podcast. And now some of y'all may look at the description. Some of y'all may not. But y'all see something a little different. I got that Cash App information down there. If you want to keep the podcast going, I would like to get more equipment and different things to be able to do so. So I left that information down there if you want to help support the podcast to get it on over somewhere else where we can speak freely. And since YouTube is playing with my shmonies and they fucking off my buy equipment fund, shit. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me just post it here and see what this do. So if you'd like to support it, cool. If not, y'all gonna wait on my slow ass process to get shit. Okay? I go to work too, just like y'all. But anyway, into the podcast. But I had a lot of people that had some questions about, you know, starting social media platforms, things like that. You know, other than paying for promotion and things like that, because you can pay for promotion and sponsorship through the actual sites and they will just pump your video. But if you think about it, if you have a lot of, I'll say this first before I get into that. A lot of people have feelings about, oh, well, these kids are taking over. These kids can get on here and get millions of dollars, thousands of dollars, and they becoming millionaires and billionaires. Listen to this. Kids, they're still in school. So pretty much a child can have their phone anywhere at a school all the time. I don't believe that they confiscate phones anymore. I don't think that's a part of the school's duties. So with that being said, you can always have a phone out. So you can make videos at any given time. And kids love to be on their phone. Not only that, kids are still, if they've been instilled with confidence, they're confident enough to get on the phone. They don't care how they goddamn look. And some of them are even more eager to create these characters and different things because that's how they cope with being outside with other people. So their characters are funny to their friends, so they want to share it. They record it. So they're basically in front of a camera all day, every day, uploading videos. They can do that. That's the consistency part. And they're not doing it as a job. They do it because they want to do it. They do it because it's fun. Just like when I first started out doing videos, it was a release for me. It's just like my day was horrible. And that's pretty much how it went for me. Let me adjust this mic. So that was pretty much how it went for me with the videos when first starting out. And after a while, it gets like fucking jobby. Like when it gets to a point where you have to come home and you have to pump out 3 videos a day, or you have to record 7 videos in one night just to be able to produce content throughout the week. You know, it gets tiring. And the difference between us grown ass motherfuckers that get up and go to work every day and are supporting these kids that have time to sit up and make videos. So that's first and foremost, that's something that you do have to consider. Do you have the time to do that? Now, it depends on the content you want to create too, because if you're like a stay-at-home mother, you can turn the camera on at any given time, and there's a bunch of other stay-at-home mothers that don't really fuck with people. So it's easier for them to have a friend that's always at their house. People that are more mature, or I would say like, late 28s and up, they're, if they're homebodies like that, they don't necessarily care to deal with too many people outside. We got a bunch of sociopaths running the fuck around. We don't really care about having a motherfucking friend outside and go see this person. I think I said in another podcast, like, I'd rather sit face to face with my fucking TV than to sit up with a person sitting in my face lying or conniving, just a bunch of different shit. So a lot of people would love to have a virtual friend that they can just sit up and, they don't talk back. It's no judgment. You're just watching the videos. So that's the difference with adults and kids, because if you're an adult, sometimes, depending on how you work, 8 to 16 hours of your day consist of working. And if you work and have children, you get off of somebody else's clock to jump on your own home clock. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with kids, you're chasing behind people, you're cleaning up, you're fixing up for the day, you're feeding everybody, you gotta fuck a little bit, you gotta do a whole bunch of shit throughout your day. And it's like, when do I have time? When do I feel like doing this? And then you sometimes have to incorporate the entire family or things like that. Then of course it's the noise. You have to try and get silence. You want to, your thought process. It's a bunch of different things that play into that. So your time is a lot different than these kids that can do this shit every motherfucking day, all day, no holds bar, no nothing. They record videos of them talking to you. You have to tell them, get your ass off the phone. So that's the number one thing, is consistency. That's the only formula. That's about it, because there's nothing in this world that's not relatable. I can make a conversation about my motherfucking allergies and get 3,000 some odd views in a day or a couple minutes off that shit. Do you know how many motherfuckers got allergies? And it's just personality plays a lot too, because if you are not approachable, or and some people like that. It's a lot of comedians, it's a lot of actors and actresses that their character is mean, nasty, raunchy, and people get a kick out of that. Then you meet them in real life and they Poindexters, or they real sweethearts, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different things that you don't know that goes on behind the scenes. And then when it becomes jobby, a lot of us will, if you don't like to work a job 6 months, if you tend to quit job 6 months or whenever you get bored, that would be the main thing that could be, I wouldn't say it would break you, but it would be a real hard hurdle to jump over. Your leg would be sliding across that motherfucker. Because see, I'm like that. If I get bored, that's why when y'all hear me talk about my list of jobs, that shit ain't no motherfucking joke. When I get bored with something, I'm over it. I'm done. And I have to kind of remember why I'm doing it to get back to the place where I was to be able to do it, if that makes sense. because sometimes with the videos, which is why, I'll take a hiatus every now and again, and I come back with some fire, yeah. And then, I go on about my business, but it gets that way because I don't like punching a clock for another motherfucker for 8 hours all the time. And then to have to come home and feel like I have to do this. It does something to me. It fucks me up sometimes. So it's like, nah, I got to get back to, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm eating ice. But I have to get back to the fun of it. I have to get back to what made me want to do this. And when I see, like, y'all's messages, like, oh, girl, you get me through my days, and, hold on, y'all, because this ice good, and this is so rude. But anyway, when y'all, like, you get me back to my day, and I had a good day because of this, and, you just made me laugh, I can relate to you so much, that shit does something for me. It really does. And, like, when people reach out to me to do promo videos, that's you trusting me with your brand. So I take that shit seriously. Now, that is the kind of job that I love because it gives me the opportunity to be creative. Not only that, I'm being compensated for my creative mind. So that is something I would never get bored with. But the only thing that kind of messes me up with the promotion is because I go on hiatuses. So people would think like, oh, well, will she not get my video out? Oh, hell no. I get them videos out, honey. I always have creative ideas, but you don't want to give too much too soon, especially giving too much and you have other bigger, social media people, socialites, whatever, that have bigger platforms and have the opportunity to take your shit. And that's another thing you have to consider too, is sometimes your shit is that good where a motherfucker won't give you your credit. Like, give my credit, ho. A motherfucker won't give you your credit, but they'll certainly take your idea and turn it into their own, especially if they can get a lot further than you. And then it becomes a struggle of making people remember why you are that special, why you are able to do what you do and nobody else can. But it first starts with self, because that's something that fucked me up. I had a couple of videos in particular that I noticed were being mimicked by a bigger social media person, and it kind of pissed me off, and it was kind of a letdown because it's like, damn, I go through it trying to contour these videos into, anywhere from 2 to 6 minute skits. I cut it down and then I have to go and replace it because these are actual events. So I have to go through, I have to cut it up, and I have to figure out a way to make it not so job-like. Well, shit, it is job-like. The job is fucking funny. But I basically go through trying to edit it and make it to where it can be understandable to anybody, not just a motherfucker that work in a call center. Because some of these videos, people ain't never worked and never touched call centers, and they'll say, I can relate to that customer, so I want to make it relatable to all audiences, or even the teeny videos too. And to have somebody take that from you, it's like I sat up days and thought up how to do this shit. And bitch, you come and you able to watch a 2-minute video and take my whole shit and repost it for yourself. That's disheartening when you take pride in your videos. So that's something else you have to think about. Are you strong enough to handle something like that? And that's something that I'm working on. Because I get furious, or when I see my video posted somewhere and I haven't received my credit at all. Nobody knows who it is that did this video because they cut your name off or they cover it up. It's a lot of different things that go on. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that I love to do. I love to entertain. I always have. I love to be in front of people. And, trying not to turn yourself into somebody else or something that you're not is the hardest part of doing this. So you have to really think about what you're giving up for what you're getting. And then you really have to think about what you're willing to do. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm not willing to get on here and give up all of my relationship business, or, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people say, oh, well, that's just because of, embarrassment, different things like that. No, that's because I was brought up in a motherfucking time where your business is your goddamn business. Everything don't deserve to float on no motherfucking internet. Everybody does not deserve your fucking energy. Everybody does not deserve to know your business. Like, there is a lot of motherfuckers that go through the same shit and will be the quickest to judge. Oh, I wouldn't do this. Or I wouldn't deal with that. Oh, that's fucking stupid. You know, and you don't know what the fuck they done went through, because they don't tell you that. There is nothing that you go through that another person has not. You know what I'm saying? Some people just have a different type of privacy about themselves. So a lot of people have thrived off of drama, you know. Now the big social media wave, or I'll say the big YouTube wave, is these quote unquote social experiments, where they get on here and, you know, they get in these fake ass relationships and they go through breakups, and it's all kind of drama and bullshit going on just to remain relevant. And then 8 videos later, after they done made a couple racks, oh, well, hey, this was a social experiment and we were just trying to see the response of the crowd. No, what they know is people respond to drama. People respond to bullshit. That's not the response I want, because you have to keep up bullshit. You have to keep up drama. You have to keep up clickbait. You have to keep that shit up in order to keep traffic. And the minute it die down, it's like, oh shit, they still making videos? They still out? Nah, I don't want that. I want some shit that's gonna withstand the test of time. So you have to really think about your content. Do you want to create a character or a persona or a person or a channel that you have to keep up with the fucking Joneses? Or are you going to be your motherfucking self and let people gravitate towards you like they will? One thing people like to see is realness. They may not like to feel it. They may not like to be it, but they like to see it. Some people, that's going to go over y'all head. You know, think about those things. And not only that, the whole going viral thing. Let me explain something to y'all. Going viral ain't shit without a check behind it. Going viral ain't shit without a check behind it. Going viral is just everybody seeing you. It's a good thing, true enough. But imagine going viral twice. Then you go viral 3 times. Sometimes when you go viral 3 times, by then you start getting a couple of people that follow you and want to see your content with blue checks behind their name. But after your 3rd time going viral, you make one video. It get a couple thousand views, but it don't hit nothing. You get another video. It hit a couple thousand views, but it don't hit for shit. You make another video. It barely gets a couple thousand views. But you make, so you stop making video. No. You make one more video. Then one of the first videos that you made that didn't hit for shit goes viral again. This new video that you make does nothing. The next 6 videos that you make do nothing. You know, it's a process, and a lot of us give up when that happens, because shit is basically like Tokyo Vanity said in her documentary. It's like trying to write your next hit. That gets depressing. A lot of people don't believe that. You know, well, how can just thinking of videos get depressing? The shit gets depressing because you're trying to control a narrative that you can't fucking control. You can't control that narrative. And being human, you want to be able to, I want to tell a joke, and I want, when the parts that I laugh at are never the parts that you motherfuckers find funny. So I want to be able to control a crowd to where I say, laugh. They should think this is funny because I think this is funny. In a perfect world, if that was to happen, everybody would be a fucking comedian. If you can control the laughter string. You know what I'm saying? So not being able to control the crowd like that, it fucks with you. And then that's what sends people on a rampage of searching other people's pages for ideas and, you know, trying to basically create what they believe people want to see versus being your fucking self. And that's why, you know, with me, I kind of steer away from trying to do so many skits, because it's a lot of different shit that I have to offer. And I don't want to just be in that box of just doing skits, just doing call center videos, just doing teeny, you know what I'm saying? And people just believe, well, this is all she got. This is all we gonna see. That's, you know, that's not what I want to do. I want to do different monologues. I want to do different things to just kind of show off all the talents, because I don't want that one thing to be what people look for all the time. And that's something else that you have to think about when wanting to do and pursue social media. If you don't want to be put in a box of just doing this, just doing voiceovers, whatever, you do have to be willing to branch out and take a couple of L's. But your work is your work. Everything that I put out it's not always a fan favorite. It's not always a crowd pleaser, but it's my work nonetheless, and somebody gonna dig it. It don't have to be everybody. Another thing, don't worry about fucking numbers. Them numbers, they gonna come and fucking go. If you get 5 people that you can get to listen to you every time, those 5 people are going to eventually bring 2 other motherfuckers. So now you've gotten up to about 11 people. Those 11 people are going to eventually bring 6 other people. Now you up in the 20s. If you can get 5 loyal motherfuckers to listen to what you got to say. Now it's different on YouTube because YouTube thrives off of views and content. So there is where you have to work a lot harder, and when you first come out on YouTube, you have to be pumping out, I would say 2 to 3 videos a day, in my opinion, because people that, for me, those are the people that I like to watch. People who are shit basically all the fuck ways on there. Or I know I can always go and get some new content from them. Those are the type of people that I like to watch. So if I see, or if you have like a posting day, that's something that I had tried at one point, but my off days got switched, so that fucked me up. But trying to have like a schedule, like, okay, I record Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Or if you get 2 off days in a row, I record on these days. And just let that be that. And that would help you with getting the content, keeping the content steady and getting everything out. So that's definitely something that, that I would say take into consideration of trying to do. If you do want to, pursue this. First off, have fun with the shit. Have fun with it. Never lose the fun part of it. Never lose the fun part of it. Writing is power. And I'm not saying write out full scripts, because I'm not a script kind of person. I'm not a script kind of girl. I don't like to do the scripting. So write out and make plain what you're trying to say and build off of that. Keep shit to yourself. If you have an idea, don't tell nobody nothing, because if you don't move at the time and pace people expect you to move, or if you say, oh, I'm coming out, such as me. I wanted to do a podcast so bad, and I said, fuck it. I'm not going to wait to save money up to buy a mic. I'm not going to wait to save money up. That's a lot of my problem with a lot of shit that I do. I like to wait and save money up because I want it to be the best quality possible, instead of remembering why motherfuckers fuck with me anyway. All I had was a motherfucking cell phone camera. That was it. And some feelings. And I did it. So I'm going to stick to what worked for me. Now, true enough, like I said, the materials and all that shit, that'll come. And when it does, great. But for right now, as long as these bills is paid, honey, she doesn't really give a fuck. And I got an addiction to Bath and Body Works. It's real bad. And y'all, my allergies fucking with me, so. But I got a real bad addiction to Bath and Body Works, so I'm going to keep on feeding that demon. But I get new shit every now and again. Like, I got my little ring light. I did record a nail video. However, that motherfucker turned out to be, I believe, like 3 hours long worth of recording. A, because I'm not used to holding my hand out recording the video. And B, I recorded me doing both of my hands. So, of course, I stopped, take smoke breaks, stop, cook something to eat, shit like that. With that being said, that video is 3 hours long. That is some of the longest fucking editing to do from a cell phone. Plus, I have not finished editing it, but I do have to go back in and record the voiceover part. So it may be a good while before y'all get to see that motherfucking video. I try and dedicate a couple minutes to it a day, but bitch, no. Next time I'm gonna do one hand, let y'all see me do that one hand, and I'm gonna just go straight through and do that bitch. Cause my left hand, it takes me no time to do because I'm right-handed. My right hand takes all the time because I am a slight perfectionist when it comes to my hands. Because I've been doing my nails too long to fuck up. So I did record that. I may just record another one. And then, so that it's a lot shorter. Because when I tell you I recorded that video, I have redone my nails now. So that video has to be damn near 30 days old. That's how long I've been trying to get that video fit. I had no idea that I was recording 3 hours. So there was some content where shit, I got the fuck up. I started watching Rihanna's fuck it, Savage Fenty, what's that shit called? Runway show. And bitch, I sat back for a couple minutes. So I'm like, oh God, I gotta go through, find all these parts, cut this out. Then it's a bunch of parts where I pull my hand close to myself to do my nails like I'm used to doing. And I'm like, ugh, gotta cut this out. So, yeah, we'll get to that though. But I definitely appreciate y'all for reaching out with any questions that y'all may have. If y'all want me to elaborate on this, I know I have not been in the comment section much. I have just been so broken fucking hearted with YouTube playing with my motherfucking money. Cause like I'm able to do promo on other social medias, and like YouTube is pretty much what I depend on to be able to get my stuff. Cause like a lot of y'all, you know, may think when people do a lot of social media shit, a lot of people think, oh, they got all this money. Let me explain something to you, bitch. I got motherfucking, let me explain this to you, bitch. I got payment arrangements for my payment arrangements. Do you understand me? Okay? When I say I'm just as human as the next motherfucker, I'm too motherfucking human. When I say it's 6 packs of struggle chicken in that motherfucking freezer, and I mean packs that I made. You know what I'm saying? Because I take the chicken out and I separate it into different packs. So that way you ain't got to unthaw all your motherfucking chicken. Listen here. I'm just as human as everybody else. So I already know the struggle. Now, on top of trying to get a little shit you want and need, you know, your desires sometimes have to fall where they may. But I got my little ring light so I can do different types of videos and stuff like that. And I got me a little second backup little camera. So I'm working on some shit, but definitely any support does help, and I appreciate y'all for rocking with me this long. I will be in the comments, but if you are not following me on all social media platforms, you fucking up. First of all, Instagram is where I usually am. I respond back on Instagram a lot. It's just a lot easier and more accessible. I still post to Facebook, but I don't really get on there and talk too much no more. Facebook is just too messy. I don't like scrolling down Facebook no more, seeing all the drama, and it's aggravating. So I post to Facebook. I check my comments there sometimes, but most of the time you can always find me on Instagram. So, and that is in Great the Doll. For those of y'all that don't know, that's in_great_the doll. I think I said that wrong. That's in like Nancy, GREAT_THE_DOLL. In Great the Doll with them underscores. And of course, Facebook is Natalie Love. But follow me there, or of course we can always discuss here. I love to see you guys interacting and talking with each other. Makes my motherfucking heart smile. So let me know if you have any other questions or how you feel about the topic. If you got topics, you already know I love to hear them. I love to see them. I love to know what y'all want to talk about. And I will definitely talk back. Our next segment will be about how to deal with spouses not working. How to deal with your spouse being unemployed, baby. So we're gonna get knee deep into that shit on the next one. I'll probably give this one a day to marinate, and then I will be back with the other podcast. So again, thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be looking at y'all comments, and follow me. Again, love y'all. Bye.